Fundamentals for cancer. What does that mean? I think in the greatest sense it means nourishment. Nourishment of mind, body, spirit, our social connections, calming our inner critic, turning down the volume. These are, anything which nourishes these, I think, are considered fundamentals. So it can include the food choices. It can include how we spend our time, what we choose to introduce into our subconscious through movies and other things. In my clinical practice, I very much address, I believe, or I try, at least hope, that I'm addressing nourishment in the greatest sense, in mind, body, and spirit. Specifics, what can this mean? It can mean, it's kind of how do we work more vegetables into our life? And where do our vegetables come from? For example, what does it mean to be growing some basil in our kitchen window or some bell peppers in our backyard? And all the wonders, all the beautiful metaphors that go with growing from seeds and then harvesting. Again, this idea about nature deficit disorder. It's like, I think it's a form of losing nourishment in our life. And so, taking in the outdoors, the beautiful park. So, if we can't be there literally, then I also work with people with guided imagery and visualization. They say, yeah, we can all be taking a vacation every day. So everyone has an answer to this question. Where would you rather be right now? And everyone has an image pop into their mind, maybe several images. And it's kind of, so I invite people to close their eyes, take a deep cleansing breath, and then slowly go into a slow pattern, breathing in through the nose, feeling cool air come in, slowly exhaling. A rhythmic pattern like gentle waves on a shore. And invite people to, in their mind's eye, to be fully present in this where would you rather be spot. Engaging the senses. Like, what are you seeing? Colors, shapes. What's the environment? What are you smelling? What are you feeling? What are your feet feeling? What are your hands feeling? And what are you hearing? And perhaps, if it makes sense, what are you tasting? The idea of engagement of the senses with deep, slow breathing in, breathing out. The 3-minute vacation. In my role as a doctor, addressing spiritual issues, everything from why me, why now, all the forms of suffering that can be expressed spiritually. And really, it's much more important that I serve to actually validate and support people in their search for answers. The best answers are found rather than given. But we need to, at least, in my role, I help people articulate what are the questions that are driving feelings, and what are the interpretations, the meanings, the beliefs which are active spiritually. Because if we think about quality of our existence, quality of our life, and fundamentals, really counts as really things far beyond the material goods of the world. It's our friendships, it's our connections with ourselves, connections with others, connection with the earth, connection with the universe. I'm using very specific terms. If people are religious, then there are different terms that can be used. But for general terms, it's kind of like, spirituality is about connections. Spiritual suffering is about the loss of connections. And we're talking about fundamentals. And I have to say, spirituality is a fundamental. Fundamentals first, then pharmaceuticals. And so, mind, body, spirit.